having a blessing that you don't know you've been given. There are support systems that are within Martin that may not exist in another space. Martin University is in the business of creating success stories. Success stories like me.
Good morning and welcome to Let's Talk Live with Martin U, the live podcast bringing much needed community conversations to the table. Let's Talk Live with Martin U is an exciting, reverent podcast that discusses community involvement, alumni successes, and much more that only Martin University can deliver. Today I have Director of Basic Needs, Ms. Carla James, to get on here and discuss what's been going on the far east side of Indianapolis and much more. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
How are you on this beautiful Friday?
Oh, I am doing wonderful, and it is a beautiful Friday. Very exciting to be here.
Nice. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to get right into it. I'm sure a lot of people are probably wondering who you are and what you do. So without further ado, can you introduce yourself and explain, what you do at the Bonner Neighborhood Center?
Sure. So, again, my name is Carla James, and I'm the Director of Basic Needs at the Bonner Center. I have been here for over 10 years in various capacities. And what I do here is I oversee what we call basic needs. And so that can be, right now, our big focus is rental assistance and utility assistance. But we can assist people with other things as well. We can get them connected to additional resources. For example, if they want to get connected to our career coaching or financial coaching so that they can go into a training, earn a certification. If they're interested in housing, we can help them identify some housing options. There's just a variety of things that we do in the basic needs area and that we can connect them to either within the organization or outside of the organization.
Nice. Before we get into what's going on tomorrow, you mentioned rental assistance and energy assistance. Is that available currently at the time, or is that something that comes around certain parts of the year?
So that is a great question, and I'm going to say it depends. I hate to say that, but it's actually a little more complicated. So for the neighborhood we serve or our catchment area, which is the Near East Side,
Mm-hmm.
then we do sometimes have assistance available to our neighbors depending on their situation. It's not something that we can do ongoing, so really it's an evaluation of what's going on in your life that you need this assistance and how can you move forward so that you can cover yourself going forward. You can maintain your housing, you can maintain your utilities and things like that. So we help them do that kind of evaluation. In terms of rental assistance, we do have an Indie Rent program. It is not currently accepting applications, but we are working through the existing applications we have. The Energy Assistance Program, the federally funded program, recently ended, and that will kick back off in October. And we have websites for both of those, IndyRent, INDYENT.org. Anyone can go to that website and sign up for updates on the program. And then updates for the Energy Assistance Program is INDYEAP.org. So INDYEAP.org, and get information on that program as well. Okay.
Oh, you're good. You can keep going.
I was going to say, we also do free tax preparation, usually during tax season, but we do a little bit off season as well. And we'll talk about that, I guess, in a little bit.
What drew you into wanting to be a part of such an awesome organization as the John Bonner Neighborhood Center?
Sure. What's interesting is my background is actually finance. So I started off in banking, and I was down at IU actually getting my graduate degree, and I learned of a program called AmeriCorps. And I applied for the AmeriCorps program after graduation, and one of the locations was here, and they had a fascinating um, program for poverty alleviation. And so that actually changed the direct trajectory of my career. And I moved from for profit to nonprofit, and I've loved it ever since. There's a lot of flexibility here. We get to help people, we get to build programs, we get to see successes, and so that's what excites me.
Nice. What all have you accomplished so far this year? I know we're kind of entering for a lot of organizations like the new fiscal year. Have you reached some goals that you had set back in January for basic needs? What has your goals looked like so far this year?
So we successfully closed out our energy assistance program, and we did 21% more applications this year than last year, which is pretty significant because we did that with a smaller group of staff. So that means we're able to help a lot more people this season with energy assistance. We're excited about what's coming up next season as well. In terms of the rental assistance program, we've done over 7 million in assistance for that and helped over 1,000 households. So we're very excited, and that's just this first part of the year, and we look forward to what's coming the latter part of the year.
I love that. Now, the moment that we both have waited for to discuss what's going on tomorrow and how a lot of people within the community and those that are watching can and should take advantage of what's going on tomorrow at the Bonner Neighborhood Center. So, if you can elaborate without further ado and let us know what to look forward to.
Sure. So tomorrow we are offering free tax preparation. That is through our VITA program. VITA is Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. We serve a couple of thousand people each year in the VITA program during tax season, which typically runs from about January to April. And we decided to host an event this summer to help a few more people. After coming out of the pandemic, we recognize that there are a lot of people who did not file during the pandemic, and so they need to catch up on past 2 years, and maybe they didn't quite get filed this season as well. So we're able to help prepare prior year taxes and current year taxes, and we are able to serve individuals whose income is 66,000 or less. And I'll give you a list of the things you want to bring, and I'll also tell you where you can find that list on our website. So you definitely want to bring your government issued picture ID, social security cards for everyone in your household, all of your tax documents, so your W-2s, your 1099s, if you have a mortgage interest statement, bring that. If you rent, bring the name of your landlord, how much you paid in rent, and how many months you rented for the tax year that you want to file your taxes. If you're expecting a refund, bring your bank account information, so your account number, so that can be direct deposited into your account. You want to bring all your tax documents, government issued picture ID, social security cards for everyone in a household, and banking information. And also, if you have been struggling with a matter with the IRS that you've not been able to get resolved, we will have the taxpayer advocate on site who will be able to look at your case and help you kind of look at things and figure out where you are or figure out some options for you. So we're excited to have the taxpayer advocates with us. They have access to all kinds of great resources and information. And so it's going to be a great day tomorrow. It runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And you can just come to the Bonner Center. It is at door number 2.
And this is completely free.
It is completely free. The VITA program does not charge for our services. We provide them free, and all of our volunteers are certified by the IRS.
And why do you think people should take advantage of this opportunity tomorrow?
I think they should take advantage because it's a great way, one, to take care of a matter that you need to take care of. At this point, anyone who's filing taxes, you're past due unless you filed an extension, and you have free assistance, free competent assistance to have that done. And you have access to the taxpayer advocate again, which is pretty significant because they are pretty backlogged. So we're excited to have them on site to help with special cases. And again, we're outside of season, so there's not a whole lot of opportunity for free tax preparation. This is one time, one place where we'll have the resources there for you.
Nice. What are you looking forward to the remaining of, like, the rest of this year as Director of Basic Needs? What can people look forward to? I know you mentioned energy assistance kicks back off again in October. Is there any back to school drives going on soon with the Bonner Neighborhood Center or somewhere within the community that people can take their kids? You know, school starts in like tomorrow. You're blinking, they're back in school. Is there anything else going on with the Bonner Neighborhood Center that you would like for people to be made aware of?
Sure. So we actually do. We have staff at all the schools on it, well, most of the schools on the Near East Side, and so we are participating in the back to school events. So that's one thing. So whichever school you're interested in, you go to that back to school event, you will have our staff and you'll be able to engage with us and let us know what resources you need. We do go to community events. I'm not aware of any right now that we're going to, but a couple other things I do want to share with you. Number one, on our website, which is jhbcc.org, We have a calendar of events, and so you'll find the tax preparation information on that site. On Tuesday the 18th, we have a job fair. We actually have a couple of things going on. There's a pretty big job fair that we're doing with IU Health. You do want to register in advance. It does require advanced registration, and lunch will be served. If you click on that calendar, there will be a link there for you to sign up for that. There will be, I think, about 7 different departments from IU Health who will be on site. And what they decided to do is provide information about what those different jobs are. Because sometimes you hear about a job, you think, I can do that, but you really don't know what it is. So they have staff on site to say, hey, this is what this job looks like in real life. And then if you're interested in applying, they'll have staff who where you can apply for these different positions at IU Health. So it's a wonderful opportunity to get connected in the healthcare field. We also have a few other things I'd like to share. Wednesday the 19th, we have the Empower Your Future. That is a program that we do for individuals who want to advance their careers, or let's say you have a job and you want a career, or you want additional training and certification. There's an opportunity to come in and meet with our staff, particularly our career coaching staff, to kind of figure out the lay of the land and what we have to offer, and then to get you connected, help you figure out what your next steps are. Our whole goal is to help people advance their goals.
I love that. With the IU Health job fair, is it all entry? Is it different levels of that organization? How does that look?
So it depends on the department. So there's 7 different departments, and each of them will have different needs. And so they have a range of positions that are available. Some of those positions might require certification. Some of those positions will not. And so if you're interested, just come find out. You don't have to apply. If you just want to learn, if you say, hey, I'm interested in this job, is something I want to apply for, you're welcome to do so. And it's a great kind of open environment in which you can do that.
And is this just to introduce yourself and fill out your application? Will there be like possible interview opportunities there? I know you mentioned lunch.
So yes, there's lunch, and again, they're going to be going over the different roles across the department so people understand what they are. You'll be able to apply, and then there will be a limited number of interviews, is my understanding. Yes.
Oh,
If
right.
you don't have a resume, we have staff who can help you put them together.
Oh, that's prior to the event?
Prior to the event, or if you arrive at the event, since it's coming up on Tuesday, our career coaches are there and they can help you with that.
I love it. You guys, make sure you get to the Bonner Neighborhood Center tomorrow, and that starts at what time again?
It starts at 9 a.m., door number 2.
9 a.m. at door number 2. Take care of what you need to take care of if you haven't, or be proactive. Get everything in order, because you'll blink and it will be tax time again. Make sure you have everything that you need, and also make sure that you hit up all of those events if you can within the community of what John Bonner Neighborhood Center is doing and trying to do. You guys are doing some really awesome things, and I wanted to shed light on that because a lot of times we might go super far for the resources that's right in our backyards, and we definitely have to utilize what the Bonner Neighborhood Center is doing and has been doing for many years. So I definitely will keep telling people about Tuesday as well, because that's a pretty big deal. IU Health is really good job, really good benefits, has a lot of opportunities, especially for growth. So don't be discouraged, guys, if you are interviewing for a role or you're interested in a role that is entry level and you have a lot of accolades or degrees, you definitely can move your way through at IU Health as well. I have one more announcement, and that is if you are going to attend the Indiana Black Expo this weekend, make sure that you visit us at the Martin University desk, get some more information about enrollment, events coming up, and our block party that is on July 29th. That is all I have for you guys. I thank you so much, Ms. Carla, for joining me on Let's Talk Live with Martin U.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And everybody watching, I will be here same place, same time next week. Bye.
Bye.
It's like having a blessing that you don't know you've been given. There are support systems that are within Martin that may not exist in another space. Martin University is in the business of creating success stories. Success stories like me.